Hello, everybody, and welcome to another live play-by-play of the Boston Red Sox. My name is Benjamin Edwards. I am from Fan Interference, and if you are joining us for the first time, please take a moment to click the subscribe button. We're going to be doing this all season long. It's going to be a live play-by-play stream of the Red Sox-Angels game this evening that starts in just 2 minutes. So I'm watching the game live, and I'm going to be sharing the details of that, just like as if it was a radio broadcast. If you're unable to watch the game or you're out of pocket and you don't have access to keeping up with the score, but somehow you're able to watch YouTube, then I recommend you sticking with us this evening. Tonight's going to be a good one. We have the Angels, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, California, traveling to Fenway at Boston tonight, and they will be starting here shortly. They're doing the national anthem right now. Tonight we have a pretty good pitching matchup. The two potential AL's MVP candidates, Mike Trout versus Mookie Betts, are going to be up. Of course, Altuve in Houston is also a big name. Kinsler is going to be starting at second tonight for the Angels lineup. Trout as DHing, actually. Left field is Justin Upton. First base is Albert Pujols. Andrelton Simmons is playing shortstop for the Angels. Maldonado behind the plate. Fletcher at third. Chris Young, former Red Sox, is playing center. And Michael Hermosillo is playing right field. Taking the mound now is former Cy Young winner David Price, who is starting his 16th start of the year. He is 8-5 on the season. Currently has a 3.81 ERA. Tonight's Red Sox lineup. Leading off will be Mookie Betts, followed by left fielder Andrew Benintendi. J.D. Martinez, who is tied for the most home runs in the American League right now, is the DH tonight. He'll be batting third. Fourth is Xander Bogaerts at shortstop. Mitch Moreland is batting sixth and playing first base. Eduardo Nunez seventh, playing second. Rafael Devers is at third, batting seventh. Christian Vasquez behind the plate, batting eighth. And center fielder Jackie Bradley Jr. is batting ninth. At Fenway tonight, the temperature is a balmy 78 degrees. The wind is traveling, this could play a role, the wind is traveling out straight to center at 12 miles an hour. Currently, right now, the Red Sox, among MLB rankings, are first in average, first in slugging percentage, second in runs per game and OPS, and the second best winning percentage amongst all Major League Baseball clubs. Price has been pitching very well as of late. Had a rocky start earlier. He pitched against these Angels, 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, 6 Ks in an April series. And we're about ready to begin. The lefty wearing number 24, Red Sox in their home whites. First up is Ian Kinsler. First pitch to Kinsler is pop foul. Kinsler is, of course, a longtime veteran, played in the World Series with Texas before heading out to Los Angeles. He's batting .212 on the season. He does have 10 home runs. Setting up inside, here's the pitch. That is popped up. Playable, looks like Nunez is heading over. And he's there to make the catch for the first out. So, a lot of injuries for the Angels. Garrett Richards, Matt Shoemaker, Shohei Ohtani, of course. They've all missed considerable games. Alex Meyer has missed 79 games. J.C. Ramirez, 70 games. Shoemaker has missed 76 games, so apparently all season so far. Angels are currently 41-38. They are 10.5 games behind the Astros in the AL West. So in steps Mike Trout. First pitch is a called strike on the lower inside. Trout, of course, batting .325, .461 on base percentage. And here's the 0-1 to Trout. 88-mile-an-hour cutter in there for a strike, swung at and missed. Trout with 23 home runs now. That's tied for the American League lead. Here's the 0-2. Is a ball hit to center field. Jackie's coming in, should be playable, and he makes the catch for the second out. So 2 quick outs for Price. Only 5 pitches so far to get the first 2 outs. Showing Trout's hand. Looks like he has some bandages on his hand. In steps left fielder Justin Upton, who was batting .250 on the year. First pitch is low and in and fouled away for strike 1. Justin Upton, of course, a longtime Diamondback. .250 average on the season, 17 home runs, lots of power. OPS of 799, 44 RBIs. And here's the 0-1 from Price. Fastball hit to right field. Mookie moving just a few steps to his right, and he is there to make the catch for a very quick inning for Price. Only 7 pitches to get the first 3 outs here at Fenway. Well, if you guys didn't know, shortly before game time, let me see if I can pull this up here. Shortly before game time, there was news that, let's see if it's up yet. Yeah. Stephen Wright, the Red Sox knuckleballer, who has been playing very well, has been placed on the disabled list, 10-day disabled list, with knee inflammation. Boston recalled Justin Haley to take that open roster spot. It's not clear what the prognosis is yet for Wright. He missed much of the 2017 season after undergoing a cartilage restoration procedure in the same joint. And he missed the first 6 weeks of this campaign as well. He's 33 years old, and he's been very important for the Red Sox over the last few years when he is healthy. Unfortunately, the ghost of John Farrell is still playing havoc with the Red Sox pitching staff. All of this, of course, goes back to a couple years ago when Wright was placed in as a pinch runner and injured himself while doing so, and has not quite been the same so far. Stephen Wright this year has, let's see what his numbers look like so far. He's been back. He's started 4 games. He's played in 10. He is 2-1 with a 3.38 ERA. And struck out 31 in 40 innings pitched. So was an important piece over the last couple of weeks for the Red Sox, but now on the DL, back on the DL, unfortunately. So coming up in the bottom of the first inning will be Mookie Betts, and then Andrew Benintendi, and then JD Martinez. Betts is batting .338 this season. In contention, of course, for the potentially getting the MVP award. And here's the first pitch from Angels starter Lamb. It's a ball hit to right field. Everybody's going back. It looks at the wall. There's a play. Oh! Solo home run to start the game. Yes. Okay, so Michael Hermosillo, the right fielder for the Angels, goes right back to the wall, dives for the ball, goes over the wall. Very Torrey Hunter 2013 ALCS looking like. Went up, his legs went over, tried to make the catch but could not, and Mookie Betts has put the Red Sox on top 1-0 after the very first pitch of the game. That is Mookie Betts, let's see, his 20th home run so far. He almost had that. He was very close to making that catch. Full speed, straight back to the wall, in the sun, jumped up over and ended up in the Red Sox bullpen. Mookie is happy, very happy. Always with that big smile. So 1-0 Red Sox. John Lamb pitching for the Angels today. Here's the 1-1. Is a ball hit deep to right field, but playable for Hermosillo, who doesn't seem to have hurt himself at all on that play in right field. John Lamb has had 2 starts this year. He's got a 5.40 ERA. Opponents are batting .265 against him. I want to thank you for joining us. If you are enjoying this, please take a moment to go click subscribe. We're going to be doing Red Sox games all season, live play-by-play. JD Martinez stepping in for the first time. First pitch is a ball hit to right field to the gap. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to get him around first. Played and tossed in, and JD Martinez has a 1-out double. That was on an 89-mile-an-hour fastball, low and inside in the zone, and he just took it opposite field into the gap, and it rolled all the way to the wall. He's around first easily, into second standing up. Played by Chris Young out in center. That's his 19th double of the season for Martinez. So only 5 pitches in. We have 3 very hard hit balls. A home run by Betts on the very first pitch of the game. Benintendi hit it very hard to right field. And now a double. And in steps Xander Bogaerts. First pitch is outside for a ball. Bogaerts batting .279, 12 home runs on the year. 44 runs batted in for the shortstop. And here's the 1-0 from Lamb. In there for a strike, 83-mile-an-hour cutter high in the zone, looked at. Lamb has some very interesting hair. Lots of tattoos on his arm and shoulder length or longer, long blonde hair sticking out of his hat, out of his cap. The back of his hair goes down into his name, covering up the top part of his name. Here's the 1-1. That is popped up. Second baseman Kinsler heads back into the outfield. Little confusion, but Hermosillo from right field comes on to make the catch. So 2 outs. 33 errors by the Angels this year. Simmons, of course, is a Gold Glover. Pujols has a Gold Glove as well. Maldonado behind the plate has a Gold Glove. So in steps Mitch Moreland, batting .299 so far. 11 home runs, 39 RBI. And here's the 9th pitch from Lamb. In there for a strike, 69 miles an hour curveball, right down the middle. Lamb has 0 major league wins. Here's the 0-1, low for a ball. That came in at 89. Mitch Moreland has a 7-game hitting streak, and in that streak he's batting .444, 2 triples, and a home run. So runner at second, and here's the 1-1 to Moreland. Fastball swung through for a strike. So 1-2. We have yet to see him hit 90 miles an hour. He's allowed 10 home runs this year, including his time in AAA. Lamb is a left-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch. Swung on for strike 3. That's 3 outs. So that was a 70 mile an hour slider outside the zone, and Mitch Moreland chased for the 3rd out. But the Red Sox do get one on a Mookie Betts home run. First pitch of the game. So we're heading to the 2nd inning. Only 7 pitches for David Price in the 1st inning. If you're enjoying this, please take a moment to click subscribe so that you can see all of our live broadcasts, all of our play-by-plays, any other kind of videos that we do. Every Wednesday night, we do a show on fan interference here, where we do trivia and all kinds of good sports on this date, and we do giveaways, all kinds of stuff. That's every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, and you can find us here on YouTube, or you can find us over on Facebook at Fan Interference Show. That's facebook.com/Fan Interference Show. So Mike Trout, of course, is always looked at as one of the MVP candidates, year in and year out. This year is no different. The 26-year-old is currently batting .325. He is a 2-time MVP and has a Rookie of the Year trophy. Last year he came in 4th in MVP voting after batting .306. This year he is batting nearly 20 points better, and his on-base percentage is 20 points better. All right, in steps Albert Pujols, who has his own trophy cabinet. First pitch from Price is a called strike. Looked like a curveball. Pujols this year is batting .250 with 12 home runs. Here's the 0-1. Down the middle, swung through, 83 mile an hour changeup low. But it is quickly 0-2. A lot of movement on that. And Pujols swung through it. So here's the 0-2, the 10th pitch so far for Price. That is inside for a ball. And Price doesn't like it. I don't like it either. That was pretty close. So 1-2 to Pujols here in the top of the 2nd. Fenway full. That is a changeup on the inside corner. Check swing, but he went. So that is a strikeout for Price, and down goes Pujols. 1 out. That was a changeup low at the very bottom inside corner. And I don't know if that was called or if that was called a strike. or on the check swing, or said he swung through it. Andrelton Simmons steps in. The shortstop is batting .308 on the year, and the first pitch to him is an 80-mile-an-hour knuckle curve. In for strike one. He's batting .308, 4 home runs on the year. His on-base percentage is .378. So productive at the plate. The first pitch was a 79-mile-an-hour knuckle curve. Second pitch is also taken. That is a cutter, low for a ball. Defensive alignment is normal infield and right field, outfield shading a bit to the right. Here's the 1-1 from Price. It is a ball hit to right field. Mookie on the run. That is caught. Wow, he got on his horse. Was heading straight left down to Pesky's pole and was able to get there in time for the catch. So 2 outs. Only 14 pitches so far to get the first 5 outs of the ball game for David Price. That ball was hit well and was slicing to the corner, and Betts just out-hustled it. Good play by Mookie. So 2 outs. In steps catcher Martin Maldonado, batting .248. The first pitch is changeup low in the dirt. Ball 1. .305 on base percentage, only 3 home runs so far this year. So the 16th pitch by Price is a fastball inside for a ball, so 2-0. Maldonado wearing a lot of protection. Here's the changeup, swung through for strike 1. He's wearing the extended face guard that's become so popular this season, as well as a significant elbow guard. The righty steps back in. 2-1. Nothing in the zone in this at-bat so far. Here's the pitch from Price. Fouled away to the right-hand side. It was a changeup way outside. So 2-2. David Price is letting that beard get out of control. Maldonado is also a fan of the pine tar on the top of the batting helmet. You can barely see the Angels A up there. Most of the field is in shadows at this point. Here's the 2-2 from Price. That is a fastball swung through for strike 3. 93 miles an hour on the inside black, and he has another strikeout. So a very quick inning again for the Red Sox. We head to the bottom of the second. Up will be Nunez, followed by Rafael Devers and catcher Christian Vasquez. So we're coming up on the All-Star game. If you guys have not voted, please do. You know, when I was younger, you used to only be able to vote at the ballpark with paper ballots. And you were given one when you came in, and you were able to vote. I think you could vote for, one for every ticket you bought, every game you went to. And now you can vote up to 5 times every day. And you can maybe vote, I don't know if they do it by IP address or email address or what, but you can literally vote dozens and dozens of times, which I don't know if I'm a big fan of. I think you should be able to vote once or twice. Or for every ticket you buy. But right now, Mookie Betts is doing well, as is JD Martinez, who I think is leading the American League in DH voting. Guys, you can follow us on Twitter at Fan Interference, with the I being the letter 1, the number 1. You can also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Fan Interference Show. Red Sox have won 3 of the last 4 and have won them by significant amounts. 5-0, 14-10, 9-2. They do have a 7-2 loss in there in that series with Seattle. But they've been playing 500 ball or so over the last 10 days. Here we go in the bottom of the second. Nunez steps in. Lamb will throw his 13th pitch of the day. Big lefty deals. That is a ball hit up the middle. That's going to fall in front of the center fielder for a leadoff single. That was a ball hit right up the middle that bounced right in front of the center fielder. That looked to be perhaps a slider on the inside. And he was able to get around on it and smack it to center. So a leadoff single for the Red Sox. Already with a 1-0 lead on a Mookie Betts solo home run on the very first pitch of the game. Now Rafael Devers, the third baseman, steps in. Throw over to first. And Nunez is back. Pujols holding him on over there. They're having a discussion as to whether or not Pujols was in his way when he was trying to get back. Pujols put a pretty good slap tag on him. First pitch to Devers is fouled away to the right-hand side. A cutter in at 82 miles an hour. A little back and forth jawing between Nunez and Pujols over at first base. Nunez, not a big threat to run, but has a little bit of speed. Devers with the 0-1. That's inside for a ball. And Maldonado, the catcher, made a quick look down to the first base side and make sure that nothing was going on down there. But he wasn't going. So 15 pitches so far for Lamb. Runner at first, no outs. Daniel Chon, is it Chon? Cone? Wants to know, am I a Sox fan? Yes, I am a Red Sox fan. And Daniel, we're going to be doing these live play-by-plays all year. So make sure to take a moment to click subscribe. If there's any moment where you are unable to watch the game, but you do have your phone or something, you'll be able to log in and get the score and all the details of everything that goes on. Here's the 1-2. It's a ground ball to the right-hand side. Misplayed by Kinsler at second, who knocks it down, but is unable to get a play at either base. So Nunez moves up to second, and Devers has what will probably end up being an error. That ball was hit pretty well, but easily knocked down. Should have been playable for a veteran like Kinsler. He had to go to his backhand side and tried to make the play. By the time he picked it up, everybody was safe. So no outs still. Runner at first and second. And coming to the plate is catcher Christian Vasquez, batting .211 so far. The first pitch to Vasquez is in there for a strike at the very bottom of the zone. Vasquez, his eye black is getting thicker every game. It's getting taller. It's now to about here. Didn't used to be. The tattooed catcher is in there. Next pitch is a ball hit to the shortstop, who plays it and fires over to first for the out. But the runners move up. Did a good job of moving those runners over. So we are back. Actually, no, we're to the ninth batter. It'll be Jackie Bradley Jr. coming up. Jackie Bradley batting 189 coming into the game. So with one out, Red Sox have runners at second and third. Jackie Bradley is up now, and up next would be Mookie Betts, who hit that solo home run to begin the game, the only score of the game so far. Here's the first pitch to Jackie. High and inside, called the ball. It's a fastball high and inside. Jackie, while he's batting only 189, he does have an on-base percentage nearly 100 points higher at 283. He has 4 home runs on the year. Lefty, of course, so it's a lefty-lefty matchup here. So the 1-0 is hit to left field. That is down for a hit. The runner's coming in. That should score 2. They're sending the runner home. And Jackie has made it all the way around to second with a double. That ball went down the left field line, landed about 20 feet in front and to the right of the right fielder, or the left fielder, who was able to go and play it without issue. The throw-in wasn't so good, and that made any chance of getting Devers coming home an impossibility. Jackie swinging early and swinging hard. You know, all of the reports are saying that when he does get the bat on the ball, he hits the ball harder than almost anybody in the major leagues. Unfortunately, it's usually to a guy. So the Red Sox have added 2 here, still have only 1 out, and Mookie Betts is up with speed at second base. First pitch to Mookie is in there for a strike, 73 miles an hour. Mookie now with that home run in the first, batting .341 on the year with 20 home runs, making his case with Mike Trout in the building for MVP. Second pitch is inside. Mookie had to jump back. So speed at second base in Jackie Bradley Jr., who just picked up 2 RBI. Next pitch to Mookie is same spot, inside. He also had to jump back on that one, too. "15 career leadoff home runs, which is a Boston Red Sox all-time record. 15 times Mookie Betts has swung the ball in the first at-bat of the game and given us a lead. The 2-1 is inside, low. That's 3-1. 25 pitches already for Lamb, retiring the first 4 outs. Yankees also playing at this time. They are currently up 1-0 over the Phillies, and they have the bases loaded with just 1 out. Here at Fenway, a 3-1 count to Mookie. There's a ball in the dirt taken for ball 4, and Mookie has loaded the bases. Still only 1 out, and Andrew Benintendi stepping to the plate. Looks like the infield is regular depth. Actually, they're stepped back a bit. Probably looking for that double play. Let's see if Benny can avoid that. Benny's 0 for 1 with a flyout, a hard hit ball to right field in the first. And here's the first pitch. It is swung through for a strike. That was an 84-mile-an-hour cutter on the outside part of the plate. 27 pitches so far for Lamb. And here's the 0-1 to Benny in the dirt, ball 1. That came in at 89 miles an hour. Not a lot of speed from John Lamb. I think that a 90-mile-an-hour pitch is the fastest one we have seen all day. Jackie with a good lead off second. Mookie a bit of a lead off first. Here's the 1-1. Time is called. Benny asks for time. Benintendi this year batting .342 at Fenway Park with 7 home runs and 31 RBI. Here's the 1-1. Taken for a ball. Outside. Curveball low. Up next would be J.D. Martinez, followed by Xander Bogaerts. Lamb ready. Here's the 2-1. Outside, low, 3-1. He's got to avoid loading the bases here. He's already thrown 30 pitches. He's down 3-0. He only has 1 out. Next up is J.D. Martinez. So he doesn't want to load the bases. This game could get out of hand very quickly. Here's the 3-1 to Benintendi. No, it's a ball thrown back to second base and a bit of a collision as Andrelton Simmons heads over and Jackie heading back. They kind of collapsed into each other a bit. But no drop ball or anything. He's safe at second. Looked like that ball was almost to hit Jackie. Here's the 3-1. Down the middle and fouled away. That came in at 89. I don't know if John Lamb has the ability to hit 90. Looks like when in that situation, when you're trying to throw as hard as you can, that's at 89 point. What did that come in at? 89.4. So now full count, with just 1 out. And here's the 3-2. Swung on and hits a left field. That is off the wall. Little difficulty being played for it. Here comes Jackie. He's going to score. They're keeping Mookie at third. And it looks like Benny has moved up to second. So a run-scoring double for Andrew Benintendi, and the Red Sox lead at 4-0. That's Benintendi's 19th double of the season. That was a ball that was right down the middle. It was ended up on the outside side of the plate, but he hit that ball, no issue whatsoever, and that hit the top of the scoreboard about 15 feet up. And if y'all are familiar with the green monster out there, you know, some portions of it are tin. If the ball hits there, it'll drop straight down. If it hits something that has cement behind it, it'll bounce back hard over your head. And if it hits a screw, it could go anywhere. And that was a ball that looks like it hit the tin and dropped straight down. So the Angels already have some action in the bullpen. Right-handed pitcher Deck McGuire is warming up. Just to clarify, that's D-E-C-K, Deck McGuire. Lamb still in there, about to throw his 33rd pitch. This is up against righty J.D. Martinez, who has 23 home runs on the year and is batting .328 and is already 1 for 1 in this game. First pitch to Martinez is swung at and fouled back. Martinez got a double in the first inning. And now he sits with a runner at second and third. And only 1 out. Lamb set. Here's the 0-1. High for a ball. That was a cutter. Maldonado jumped up and looked down at third, making sure Mookie wasn't going to do anything. So Mookie at third and Benintendi at second. Here's the pitch. It is a ground ball to the left-hand side. Foul, just barely foul. So now it's 1-2 to Martinez. Bogaerts would be next. 5 hits already for the Red Sox. The Yankees have taken a 4-0 lead over the Phillies in Philadelphia. They are still in the top of the third. 2 outs, and looks like the top of the third actually ended. So 4-0 heading into the bottom of the third in Philly. Lamb ready for the 1-2 to JD as a ball fouled away. 36 pitches to get the first 4 outs. So of the 11 times that JD Martinez has gone to the plate with a runner at third, he has driven them home 8 times. Lamb set. Here's the 1-2. In there for strike 3. That was questionable. JD is talking to the umpire. He does not like that a bit. That looked up and in. Now he's walking off, flips the bat a little bit. That was questionable. Could have been there. Pitch tracker shows it outside the zone. The top of the zone, but out here. You like my graphics? Is Mookie Betts the best player in baseball? How does he spell his last name? Doesn't matter. Thanks for joining us, Michael. That's going to do it for Lamb here with the bases loaded and a 5-0 lead. 38 pitches is all he could get through. 38 pitches. That was Moreland singling on a ground ball to Andrelton Simmons. Betts scores. Benintendi to third. Bogarts to second. We had a little technical error there and got behind. So we do have the bases loaded at this point. And Deck is in to pitch. That's right, Deck. Mitch Moreland 1-2 now on the day. Let me update the score. Good day for Boston, getting to the bullpen quickly here in the first game of the series. You never know that's going to affect the rest of the series, with pitchers becoming unavailable from the bullpen. So six hits today, and taking advantage of an error. John Lamb goes 1 2/3, gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. 2 Ks, 2 walks. He threw 38 pitches, 25 of which were strikes. Deck McGuire, in 5 games this year, has a 5.79 ERA in 9 1/3 innings pitched. He has struck out 7, walked 5, and opponents are hitting .243 against him so far. He is a righty wearing number 68. All of Fenway is now in the shade. And in steps Eduardo Nunez. Nunez 1 for 1 today. Batting average now up to .255. Righty-righty matchup now. There's 2 outs, bases loaded. First pitch is popped up. The catcher goes out and has made the catch. Always swinging at the first pitch. But the Red Sox get another 4 runs, so it's 5-0 Red Sox heading into the top of the third. Price can keep this under control, he may have a pretty easy outing today. A lot of runs scored so far. Coming up in this top of the third will be Fletcher, David Fletcher, the third baseman, Chris Young in center, and the right fielder, Michael Hermosillo. Fletcher, the best average of those guys. He's batting .368 on the year. David Price is having quite a month. He's brought his ERA down to 3.81. His WHIP is now down to 1.2. It was at 1.4 just 3 weeks ago or so. He walked a lot of guys earlier in the year. He had 31 walks so far as to this point. But in 87 innings pitches there this year, he has 82 strikeouts. And has really turned the corner in the last 3 weeks or so. So first pitch to Fletcher is called a ball high. David Fletcher is 24 years old. Here's the pitch. It is a ball hit to the left side. That is foul. Got into the second or third row over there. Fletcher is just 5'10", 175, Mookie Betts size. He is from California, and he just turned 24 years old. He has played in just 9 games. This is his 10th Major League game, and he's facing David Price at Fenway. Next pitch is a call to ball, high. So here's the 2-1 to Fletcher. That is outside for a ball. That was a changeup in there at 83. In Wednesday's loss to the Twins, Price went 6 innings, gave up 1 walk, through 100 pitches, 7 hits, 3 Ks, 3 earned runs. So here's the 3-1 to Fletcher. There's a ball grounded to the left-hand side, easily played by Bogarts, who picks it up and fires over. Fletcher has a little bit of speed over there at third. But the throw's in time, and the Red Sox have their first out of the inning. So just 24 pitches so far for Price to get through the first 7 outs. That bodes well for the Sox today with a 5-0 lead. So in steps former Red Sox and current Angels center fielder Chris Young. First pitch to Young is knuckle curve outside for a ball. Catcher sets up on the inside, and that ball is fouled away. Well hit, but foul. That was a 2-seamer from Price that came in at 92 miles an hour. Chris Young batting just 171 on the season, though he does have 5 home runs. Infield slightly to the left and outfield slightly to the right. In fact, Benintendi in left is quite a bit to left center. Here's the pitch. It's low for a ball. So 2-1 now to Young. No base runners as of yet for the Angels. This is so far reminiscent of Chris Sale's start from just a couple days ago. Here's the 2-1. Is a ball hit deep down the left field side, and if it stays fair, that is gone. That is a home run. So the Angels not only knock in the first run, but get the first hit of the day. So it is quickly 5-1. That is Young's 6th home run of the season. That was a ball that was just to the right of Fisk's pole and just over the monster. And lights are on here at Fenway, but still sunny skies. But again, all of Fenway is now in the shadows. So, (5-1) now, 1 out, and in steps Michael Hermosillo, and there's a called strike on the inside. Hermosillo is batting 133. He's the one who dove over that ball on the first pitch of the game to try to stop the Betts home run. The 0-1 is high and swung through for strike 2. That was in at 88. Kinsler would be next, followed by Trout and Justin Upton. Here's the 0-2, fouled away. So we're in the top of the third. It is 5-1 Angels. Let me fix that. Red Sox got started early today with a leadoff first pitch of the game home run by Mookie Betts to right field. We just saw the only run of the game scored by Los Angeles. That was on a Chris Young home run over the monster. The 0-2 is high, called for a ball. That one was in at 93. The 1-2 is fouled back. That is his fastest pitch of the game. That was at 94. So game right now against the Angels, then tomorrow night again, 7 p.m. Eastern time against the Angels, and then another one on Thursday at 7. And then heading to New York to play the Yankees. There'll be 3-game series, 2 of which are on national television, one on ESPN, one on Fox. Those are Saturday and Sunday. Friday night game on Nesson. That is that 1-2 right there is called for strike 3 on the pitch on outside the zone. Let's see where that was. That was a fastball right on the outside black. That was a cutter, actually. Came in at 89 miles an hour. Hermosillo watches it goes by. Called for strike 3. So, next up will be Ian Kinsler, second baseman. First pitch to Kinsler is inside for a ball. That came in at 94. Second pitch to Kinsler, same spot, same result, 2-0. Ian Kinsler, of course, longtime Ranger. Played for Texas from 2006 to 2013, was on both the World Series teams in 2010 and 2011. Then spent 4 years in Detroit, and this is his first year, his 36-year-old age year, and that is a ball hit up the middle for, through the gap in between short and third for a single. Devers moved to his left to try to make the play, but wasn't able to. So Kinsler has a single here with 2 outs. Kinsler this year batting .212. He was a Gold Glove winner as recently as 2016 when he was with the Tigers. And here steps Mike Trout, 0 for 1 today with the flyout. And Price will throw him his 38th pitch of the day with a runner at first and 2 outs. First pitch is called strike, high and top of the zone, and Trout does not like it. That's twice now that ball has been called a strike. Trout leading all players in the Major League in WAR over the last 3 seasons. Second, of course, is Mookie Betts. Here's the 0-1 from Price to Trout. Inside, he got the call there. That's called a ball, and that was pretty much in the same spot. So 1-1. Price working a little slower than he normally does today. Big gap on the right-hand side as the runner is being held on. So here's the 1-1 down the middle and fouled away. That came in at 93. Trout still looking unhappy with that first call. Up next would be Justin Upton, who was 0 for 1. Trout steps back in. Also wearing that new extension on the helmet to protect the chin and jaw. And here's the 1-2 to Trout. Inside. Ball made him duck out of the way. So it's 2-2. That came in. That was a, let's see here, well inside. That came in at 94. I'm not sure if he's sending a message or that ball just got away, but Trout looked worried for just a second there. He steps back in. 41 pitches now for Price. And here's the pitch. High, called the ball. So full count now to Mike. They're cutting to the dugout, and it looks like he was talking with the trainer earlier about something on his left-hand side. Or left hand right here. He's got stitching, or he's got bandages on his fingers on his right hand, but he was pointing out something on his left. So throw over to first to keep Kinsler close. Trout has hit his 200th career home run last year in September. He's the 8th player in MLB history with 200 home runs before the age of 26. So full count pitch is a ground ball to the left-hand side. Gets through for a hit. And it looks like we'll have runners at the corners here. Runners at the corners on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball that was tagged right past a diving Devers at third, much like the hit before it. Devers just not able to get it. Went right under his glove. Actually, he got the range, but put his glove out, and the ball went directly underneath it. So with 2 outs here still, Kinsler at third now, Trout at first. In steps Justin Upton, who is 0 for 1 today with a flyout. Batting .249 on the season, 17 home runs. So first bit of worry here for the Sox. Price is about to throw his 44th pitch. First pitch in for a strike at 90 miles an hour. That was a cutter on the inside half. Upton batting just .233 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Here's the 0-1. Low for a ball. Runners and batter looking over to the dugout, getting the signs, seeing if they're wanting to put anything on here with speed at first base. This is their opportunity to get back in the game. So 1-1 from Price in the dirt, and the ball gets away. Looks like Trout will move up, but no chance to come home for the third, for Kinsler at third, because the ball bounced up the third base line. Played by Vasquez, but no chance to get the speedy Trout heading up to second. So now still 2 outs, but the Angels are threatening here. Justin Upton, 2-1 count, runner at second and third. And Price is ready. That pitch was way high and almost got past a Christian Vasquez's glove, who had to jump up and reach across his body to catch that pitch. So this going back to the pitch that was on the inside against Trout. Price is all over the place here. So now it's 3-1 to Upton. And here's the pitch. Called a ball at the top of the zone. That looked like it could have been a strike 2. And Price is shaking his head out there. And here comes the pitching coach for the Red Sox to there was only one pitch. Only the first pitch of that at-bat was near the zone. Price doesn't like it, shaking his head. Questionable zone so far. This is 3 or 4 now pitches that players on both sides did not like the call on. So, bases loaded, 2 outs, and in steps Albert Pujols. Pujols batting just .249, but 12 home runs on the year. Price, after breezing through the first 2 innings, is now up to 48 pitches. And here's the 49th. Called a strike on the lower half. Wow, and Pujols immediately turns to the umpire, does not like that. Career with bases loaded, .321 for Pujols, 14 career grand slams. Price set. Pujols ready. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, called ball. That was another cutter, just slightly lower than the first pitch. Both showing up on the pitch track as 91.1 mile an hour pitches. So here's the 1-1. Crucial moment for both teams here early in the game. There's the pitch. Low, called a ball. That's an 85 mile an hour changeup. A lot of patience on some balls that a lot of less veteran players would be swinging at here. 626 career home runs for Pujols. Over 3,000 hits. You know he wants to add to that right here. Price is set. 2-1 pitch. Swung at and fouled back to his feet. So 2-2 here. Fouled straight down. So Trout at second, Kinsler at first, or at third, and Upton at first. Fenway's faithful beginning to rise. And here's the 2-2 to Pujols. Fastball hit to the left-hand side, picked up by Devers, dropped quickly, but able to recover and fire over to first to Moreland to get the third out. And the Red Sox dodge a bullet there. Bases loaded, and after 2 balls getting right past Devers earlier in the inning, he's able to grab that one, knocked it down, and was able to pick it up and fire over to Moreland for first. And that's the third out. So we will head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. 5-1 Boston. Coming up will be Devers, as well as Vasquez and Bradley. So the bottom of the Red Sox order. Guys, if you're enjoying this, we're going to be doing this all season long. Not only Red Sox games, but all kinds of Major League games. We're going to be doing baseball, football, basketball, some hockey, all kinds of play-by-play stuff. So if you're unable to watch the game, or you're trying to keep up with it without actually watching the broadcast, if it's on cable and you've cut the cord, join us. Click subscribe, and you will be able to follow along with us all year. My name is Benjamin Edwards from Fan Interference. You can follow us by clicking subscribe here on YouTube, or you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/faninterferenceshow. Of course, tomorrow night, Wednesday evening, is our weekly Fan Interference talk show, sports talk show. That is at 8 p.m. Central Time. Usually lasts about 2 hours. We'll have all kinds of sports news and commentary. We also do trivia and some giveaways, all kinds of fun stuff. So don't want to miss that. Devers this year has 12 home runs. He is 0 for 1 today. He's batting just .236 on the season, but has accumulated 40 runs batted in so far. Looking back over that at-bat against Pujols, 3 balls low in the zone, then that one on the inside that was fouled. And then, everything to him was low and inside. And he ended up working with that ground ball for the third out. So, Deck McGuire out. Already a relief pitcher in for the Red Sox, or for the Angels. And Rafael Devers fouls the first pitch back. But then there's a ball, second pitch, it is hit to right field, and that is playable for Hermosillo out there. So just 2 pitches now for Devers. That fly out was on an 85-mile-an-hour changeup. Flied to right field. Next up will be Christian Vasquez, catcher for the Red Sox. Vasquez is 0 for 1 today, batting .210 on the season. The first pitch to him is low fastball, called for a ball. That came in at 93.6 miles an hour. Vasquez grounded out earlier in the game. Another guy who likes the pine tar on his helmet. You can't see the B at all. Second pitch is fouled to the right-hand side. 1-1. Next up will be Jackie Bradley. Here's the 1-1. That is a ball hit back to the pitcher, and it looks like it glanced off of his leg, but right to the shortstop, who picks it up and fires over in plenty of time to get the out at first. So Vasquez is retired, and it looks like they're going to come out to take a look at him. Yeah, as he released the ball and began to spin, the ball was hit on the rope right back, and it looks like it hit him on the back left hamstring. And they are coming out there. It looks like he's saying I'm okay, and Socha's heading back in. So he looks good to go. I don't even think he's going to take any warm-up pitches just to make sure he's okay. So with 2 outs, in steps Jackie Bradley. Bradley with a big hit earlier in the game. He's 1 for 2. Here's the first pitch to the lefty. That is, that was a ball, a curveball. The catcher did something funny back there. Not sure if he was calling for a new ball and was unable to get it, but he looked a little frustrated for a second there. Mookie on deck. And here's the 1-0 to Bradley. Wow, that's in the strike zone high, but called a ball. He got the benefit of the doubt there. That was at the very top of the zone, and the questionable strike zone by the home plate ump is continuing here today. So 2-0. That pitch is down in the zone, so it's quickly 3-0 to Bradley. 2 outs here. It'd be nice to have somebody on base when Mookie comes up. Hey guys, if you're interested, please follow us on Twitter at Fan Interference, and notice that the I is a number 1. The 3-0 is a fastball down the middle taken for a strike. You can also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Fan Interference Show. So the 11th pitch here is a ball skied to left field. Going back, that's going to be off the wall. That's going to be a home run. That just hung up there, and Jackie Bradley has a solo home run here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. That looked as if it was going to be caught, and then the camera continued to pan up, and I thought, well, it's going to come off the top of the wall, and that thing ended up in the third row up there on the monster seats. That was a fastball that was right down the middle, and Jackie got all of that. That was skied. That was way up there, and that ended up, oh, I see what happened. It hit the top of the wall and bounced up to the 3rd row. But Jackie has a solo home run, and in steps Mookie Betts, and the Red Sox now lead it 6-1. Red Sox are getting all the breaks so far in this one. So the 1-0 to Mookie is in there for a strike. That's a slider right down the middle at 84. Mookie, of course, with the solo home run on the very first pitch of the game. It was Mookie's 15th home run when he's the leadoff batter to start a game. To put that in perspective, while that does lead the Red Sox all time, he has 15. The leader is Rickey Henderson, who ended his career with 81 of those. That one is taken for a strike. So it is 3-1 to Mookie. Here's the pitch, low in the zone and taken for a ball. That was another questionable pitch right at the bottom of the zone, but called a ball, and Mookie heads down to first. So Mookie, 1 for 1 with the home run, and now a walk. No, that's the second walk. So he has a solo home run and 2 walks today. Benintendi steps in. 2 outs and a runner on first. Red Sox lead it 6-1. Fire over to first, and Betts slides back in. Benny is 1 for 2 today. 13 home runs on the year, batting .292. Another throw over. And here's the first pitch to Benny. It is looks like a changeup on the outside, called for a ball. So some difficulty finding the zone here now for McGuire. The 1-0 is a fastball in the zone, swung through, 1-1. If Benintendi could find his way on, J.D. Martinez would be next. Here's the 1-1 to Benny. That is taken outside ball. So 2-1 now. See if Mookie would consider stealing here if they put that on. Possibly not with the 6-1 lead. Time is called. And we're ready for the 2-1 from McGuire. Mookie with a bit of a lead. Not going. The ball is hit to the right-hand side, but foul, looks like. No. Was that caught? The camera could not catch up with that. Let's see the replay. That looks like that was caught by Albert Pujols at first. That looked like I assumed it was a foul ball because the camera didn't cut down for the catch. It was that well hit. Great play by Pujols here to get the third out and strand Mookie at first. But the Red Sox add a run and now have a 6-1 lead here going into the top of the fourth. So let's adjust this here. Guys, if you're enjoying this, please take a moment to click subscribe. We want as many subscribers as we can get, of course. And if you know anybody who you think would be interested in watching this, please share it with them and let them know. And also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/faninterferenceshow. So again, Stephen Wright has been placed, the Red Sox knuckleballer has been placed on the 10-day DL with an issue in the cartilage in his knee, the same knee that's been bugging him the last couple of years and kept him out all of last season. Lots of discussion as to the teams that are in the running for potentially grabbing Manny Machado from the Orioles before the July 31st trade deadline. The Red Sox, of course, would be in the running. There's some talk that Devers, with his lack of batting average, obviously he has great potential, and he has the ability for the long ball, but keeping his average up and then his questionable defense at third, which we have seen today, make it to where potentially they're saying he's not ready and we could replace him temporarily with Machado. But when the news came out last week that the Orioles and the Red Sox had talked, they were asking for a Rafael Devers level of player. I'm not sure how many of the Red Sox have of those. I can't imagine they would actually move Devers. Andrelton Simmons will start the top of the fourth here. His first pitch is a called ball. That was a ball on the inside half. Second pitch is a strike right down the middle. Dusk is set in at Fenway. .55 pitches now for Price. And here's the 1-1 to Simmons. It's a ball on the inside. Cutter at 89. So 2-1 to Simmons. Simmons batting .307 on the year, one of the higher averages on the Angels. 4 home runs. and he's 0 for 1 today. The 2-1 is a fastball in the dirt. 3-1 now. Betts has received the most votes for outfielders. Benintendi is 6th on that list. Here's the 3-1. That is a called strike. That was low in the zone inside, but in there for a strike, and it is a full count to Andrelton Simmons. The Angels shortstop is 0 for 1 today. Here's the pitch. It is a ground ball to the left-hand side, easily played by Xander at short. Fires over to Moreland for the first out. So if you guys are enjoying this, please take a moment to click the subscribe button so that you can be with us all year long watching the Red Sox games. We should be here for at least one more of the Angels games in this series, and then probably the Friday night game against the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. The first pitch is a ground ball played by Devers, fire over to first, and Martin Maldonado, the catcher for the Angels, is quickly out for the second out. There's been quite a few camera errors here for Nesson today. Balls that are hit and they don't switch the camera quick enough. Usually don't see much of that. They just barely got back in time to show that pitch there. So here we are. For those of you all just joining us, we are in the top of the 4th inning. There are 2 outs. The Red Sox have a 6-1 lead over the Angels. David Price is pitching fairly well. He had a very good first 2.5 innings and then struggled a little bit since then. He's thrown, his pitch count has gone pretty much higher than it was in the first couple innings. I think he got through the first 5 outs with just 15 pitches. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. No, that's called a ball. So another thing, if you're just joining us, is there's been a very wishy-washy strike zone today by the home plate umpire. Both teams not happy with it. Top of the zone, bottom of the zone. There is another ball that could have been a strike. Now it's 3-0 to the third baseman for the Angels, David Fletcher. Two outs, nobody on, and here's the 3-0 from Price. Outside for ball 4. Everything in that bat was high and outside. And that's, well, David Fletcher's batting .350, so. But he will move down. That was 4 consecutive fastballs, all in relatively the same area. Well, my name is Benjamin Edwards from Fan Interference, if you guys are just joining us. Up next will be Chris Young, former Red Sox center fielder. We're going to be doing Red Sox games as well as other MLB games, NFL, NBA, anything you can think of. We're going to be doing this live play-by-play. So for y'all that are wondering, we've had quite a few people ask us, is this a video game? What is this? No, I'm watching the actual Red Sox game live and reporting it immediately, in real time. So if you have a game that's on cable, or you live outside the Boston area, and you've cut the cord or whatever, and you're unable to actually watch the game or catch it on radio, you can join us here. So the 1-0 to Young is fouled away, so it is 1-1. That's the 66th pitch from Price this afternoon. Chris Young, the only run so far, with a solo home run just over the monster in the 3rd inning. Chris Young, of course, a big part of the Red Sox utility outfield over the last couple seasons. Here's the 1-1 that is fouled away. So 1-2. 2 outs here in the fourth. Other games, Yankees have a 6-0 lead over the Phillies. That's in the bottom of the fifth. Seattle and Baltimore are tied at 1 in the sixth. Oakland is down 6-3 to Detroit, in Detroit. They're in the fourth. Price is ready. And here's the 1-2 to Chris Young. It is a fastball low, called for strike 3. Another one of those questionable pitches on the black that could have been a ball, could have been a strike, and has been called both today. But that is strike 3. Down goes Chris Young, and down go the Angels in the top of the fourth. So we will head to the bottom of the fourth. Up next for the Red Sox are the heart of the order, 3-4-5. That's J.D. Martinez, Mitch Moreland, and Eduardo Nunez. If you know anybody who you think would enjoy watching this, please take a moment to share this with them and let them know that this is an option for them for the Red Sox games. And if you have any questions, please throw them out in the chat there. I'd be happy to answer anything you have. So we were talking earlier about David Price. I'll pull his numbers up real quick. Overall, his stats look very good, although he did not have a good start to the season. He has struggled the last few years, never quite gotten back to his form that he had in Tampa. But he has really looked fantastic the last few games. Since, let's see here, since May 12th, he has started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is his 9th start. He only has 1 loss in that time and only 1 no decision. He, at the time, had a 5.11 ERA after getting blown up against Texas at Texas, a game that I attended. He gave up 7 runs in that game. But since then, his ERA has dropped from 5.11 down to 3.81. And he has added 6 wins to his total. He is currently 8-5, so the majority of his wins for the season. He's also shown a lot of stamina in those, going 5 in the third, followed by 9, 6, 5, 6, 6, 7, 6, and is still going strong today. So he's really turned his season around. At the moment of that game, he was 2-4 with a 5.11 ERA. It did not look good at that point. He's also reached over the 100 pitch in a game mark 3 times since that started. There's a ground ball from J.D. Martinez over to the shortstop, fires over to Pujols, and quickly is the first out of the inning. Please follow us on Facebook.com/Fan Interference Show. You'll be able to catch a lot of our stuff. There it is. So 22 pitches now for McGuire, the relief pitcher for the Angels. And in steps with 1 out, shortstop Xander Bogaerts. First pitch is called a strike. Bogaerts is 0 for 1 today with a walk. He's batting .278 on the season with 12 home runs. McGuire is ready. And here's the 0-1 to Bogaerts. That's in the dirt and gets away. Ball. There's a curveball in there at 78. Fenway is jam-packed. You can see the flagpole over the Fenway Park sign behind home plate is going straight out, blowing straight out. They said at game time it was a 12-mile-an-hour breeze heading straight to center, so that should help tonight. The 1-1 is low in the dirt, another changeup. So 2-1 now to Xander. Xander is leading the team with 20 doubles, including one earlier this game. Two-1 to Xander is popped up. Shortstop heading out, but the center fielder will come in to make the play. Chris Young catches it for the second out. Quick inning for the Red Sox here so far. Next up will be Mitch Moreland. Moreland on the season batting .301. 11 home runs. He is 1 for 2 today with an RBI single. He comes up with nobody on and 2 outs. First pitch is a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. So 2 longtime Rangers playing against each other here, Kinsler and Moreland. The 1-0 is a ground ball to the right-hand side. Pujols drops back, makes the play, tosses over to McGuire at first. It's a quick inning, 1-2-3 for the Red Sox. And we will head to the top of the 5th. Still 6-1 Boston. Yeah, Kinsler played for the Rangers from 2006 through 2013. And of course was part of the 2010 and 2011 World Series teams for the Rangers. Also part of those teams was Mitch Moreland, who played from 2010 through 2016 with Texas. And especially in 2011, played 134 games. That was the year that they got so close against the Cardinals in the World Series. That year he batted .259. 16 home runs for the Rangers. Drove in 51. So far with this time with Boston, Moreland, especially since Hanley left mid-season. Well, I won't say mid-season, but mid-season so far. Probably 60 games into the season this year. Hanley was released, and Moreland took over the day-to-day jobs at first and has really come into his own there. In fact, his career high for batting average prior to this season was .278, which he had in 2015 with the Rangers. He is batting .299 right now with a .368 on-base percentage. He's always walked well. But he has also struck out a ton, and so far this year in 62 games played, he only has 49 strikeouts. He has 23 walks so far and has half of his home run total from the previous 2 years. He had 22 his last year in Texas, 22 last year his first year in Boston, and now he has 11 this year. Showing bunt on the first pitch of the top of the 5th, right fielder Hermosillo fouls away strike 1. Hermosillo only batting .129 so far this year. .206 on base percentage. Not much of a threat at all. Here's the 0-1. That is called a strike. That was another pitch that was questionable. That was... Pitch tracker shows that was outside of the zone. That was the 70th pitch for Price. And it is 0-2. There's the third pitch, and it's a called strike 3 on a fastball at the bottom of the zone. That was bat on the shoulder looking at it as it went by. So Hermosillo is down. There's quickly one out here. And coming to the plate is Ian Kinsler, top of the order. Kinsler batting just .215 on the year. He is 1 for 2 today with a single. He does have 10 home runs. Vasquez setting up inside and is a cutter inside for strike one. That's probably the 12th pitch of the day that pitch tracker showed well out of the zone, called a strike. So 0-1 now to Kinsler. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 5th, and the next pitch is called a strike, and that was on the outer half. Questionable. Kinsler did not like that. Taking his time, stepping away from the plate, not happy, and finally working his way back in. So 0-2 to Kinsler. Is a fastball low. That is hit and will get down for a hit right in front of Mookie in right field. Kinsler went golfing on that one and popped it into short right field. That looked like a cutter that was supposed to be on the lower outside half. But that one hops in front of Mookie, and there is 1 out single. So this is the second time that Kinsler has been on base tonight. And with 74 pitches already, here steps in Mike Trout, and another pitch inside that makes Trout jump back. That's the 3rd one against Trout today. Mike is batting .326. He is 1 for 2 today with a single. Price set, and here is the 1-0. Is a fastball hit to the left-hand side, played by Devers, who fires over to second for 1. And with Trout's speed, Nunez just holds on to it. So fielder's choice sends Kinsler back. And Trout is at first. But there are 2 outs. That was a ball that was in front of Devers. He had to take a few steps forward. Played it cleanly. And fired to second for the out. So in steps Justin Upton. He is 0 for 1 today with the walk. Batting .249. We'll do some out-of-town scores here after this. First pitch is a ball outside, 85-mile-an-hour changeup. Upton, of course, a long-time Diamondback. Here's the 1-0. That is called a ball on the inside. That was a cutter. Price again unhappy with it. Lots of unhappy players here because of this strike zone. Balls that are in the exact same spot, 3 pitches away from each other, are called 2 different ways. And nobody seems to be able to figure out which is which. So Trout at first, a little bit of a lead off, not much. Here's the 2-0 with 2 outs to Justin Upton. That is fouled away to the right-hand side. 79 pitches now for Price. That was a 93-mile-an-hour four-seamer. And if Upton can reach, Albert Pujols would be next. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. 2-1 count to Justin Upton. Here it is. That is called a strike. That was a fastball in the top inner half. With 80 pitches now, Price is really slowing the game down. Here's the pitch. That is called strike 3. Cutter on the lower half. And David Price has another strikeout. His 81st pitch of the night. K's Justin Upton, and Strand's Mike Trout at first. So 4 excellent innings pitched by Price, or 5. 4 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts now for Price. In fact, his only real blemish is the home run that he gave up to Chris Young in the 3rd inning, the Angels' only score so far. So some quick out-of-town scores. Yankees 6-0 over the Phillies in the bottom of the 6th. The Orioles have a 2-1 lead over the Mariners. Arizona 2-1 over Miami. Oakland is down 6-3 to the Tigers. The Mets and the Pirates are tied at 2 in the 6th. Cincinnati and the Braves are tied. The Rangers have a 1-0 lead over the Padres in Arlington. That's in the 3rd. Kansas City is down 2-0 to the Brewers. And Toronto and Houston are scoreless in the 3rd. I'm going to take a quick break to get a drink, but I will be back before the bottom of the 5th. Coming up is Nunez, followed by Rafael Devers, and then Christian Vasquez. All right, we're back, and the first pitch to Nunez is a ball in the dirt. Nunez tonight is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. The 1-0 is fouled away. Nunez batting .254 on the year, 4 home runs, 637 OPS. Nunez, of course, has been the majority time starter since Dustin Pedroia has been in the DL most of the year. Next pitch is that was in the zone without any doubts, but called a ball. So 2-1. Next pitch is a four-seam fastball right down the middle, looked at for strike 2. So we're here in the bottom of the 5th, no outs. Red Sox winning 6-1. The 2-2 is outside the zone, and Nunez is rung up. And he is, again, not happy at all. Stood at the plate, did a 360 before heading back. That ball was, pitch tracker says that was completely out of the zone. And he is not happy at all. Devers steps in, and there's a ball hit to right field. That is going back at the wall. Oh, and caught by Hermosillo right at the opening to the triangle. The right fielder went all the way to center field and caught that ball on the run. That looked really, really good. Devers got all of that, and that was caught in the middle of the warning track. So Devers, at 21 years old, showing this type of power, if he can just add 30 points to his batting average and 60 points to his on-base percentage, he could be a significant DH at least. And the guy, in my opinion, has a good arm at third. It's just a matter of him knowing where to. Oh, here is a ball hit deep. That is a home run on the first pitch to Christian Vasquez, and the Red Sox lead it 7-1. That is a ball driven deep to left field over the monster. That is just his third home run of the season, but he crushed that one. Let's see where that thing went. That looked like a fastball on the inner half, and he got all of that. Let's see where that thing ended up. And he knew it. He knew it too. Straight to left field, over the monster. That was top row of the monster, if not out of the ballpark. So Jackie Bradley steps in and quickly grounds the ball to the second baseman. Toss over to first, swinging at the first pitch. And that ends the inning for the Red Sox, but they add another one with a Christian Vasquez solo home run with 2 outs. His third of the year, and the Red Sox now lead it 7-1. Quite a game for Red Sox bats so far. Let's see here. Update this Red Sox score. 7-1. So earlier in the year, I believe it was on the road trip. The Red Sox were in that huge winning streak at the beginning of the year. And they went out to L.A. at the beginning of the first serious road trip of the year. They started the season in Florida, then went home for a couple weeks, and then went out to L.A. And it was the big first test. At that point, the Red Sox were 13-2. And, you know, with Ohtani and, of course, Trout, it was a big question mark, and a lot of people were watching that. And the Red Sox absolutely demolished them in that series. It was a 3-game series. They won those games 10-1. 9-0, and 8-2. And in that first game, Ohtani pitched, and they tore him up early. And it was 2 days after that that Manaea in Oakland threw the no-hitter against the Red Sox. And that was about the time that streak started to cool down, and was that no-hitter. So it's interesting to see for the first time that the Angels come back that here we are with the same type of game happening here. I don't know if it's just the Red Sox have their number or what. But so far in the 4 games, let's do this math. The Red Sox have 4 games against the Angels. The Red Sox have scored 10, 9, 8, and 7. And they've allowed a total of 4 runs. So what is that? 32? Something 36, maybe 36-4. In steps Albert Pujols to start the top of the 6th, and the first pitch is a 4-seam fastball down the middle for strike 1. Pujols 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a ground out. He came up an inning or 2 ago with the bases loaded and grounded out. Second pitch is a 4-seam fastball, low, called for a ball. So the 1-1 from Price, his 84th pitch of the game, is skied to left but foul. That classic Pujols swing that we all know so well, but just foul. Looks like there's some action in the Angels bullpen. Akil Morris, right-handed pitcher, is up and throwing. Sosha at the top of the steps. Top of the 6th here at Fenway. Pujols at the plate. No outs, 1-2 count. Everything on the inside of the plate so far in this at-bat. Here's a pitch for strike 3, called strike 3. And Pujols barking at the ump. He is still talking on his way back, so that is another strikeout. Now Sosha's out there yelling at them. He is talking. Nobody is happy with this. This is the story of the game, unfortunately. That was a fastball on the outer black, low in the zone, watched by Pujols, then called strike 3. 89-mile-an-hour cutter. Price is, I think he's winning more of these than he's losing with this bad strike zone. So, Andrelton Simmons, the shortstop, is in and watches ball 1 go by. He's 0 for 2 today. Here is the 1-0. Fouled back. 87 pitches now for Price. I would assume this is his last inning. Price is set. Catcher sets up outside. And the 1-1 is a ball outside. That was a fastball in at 94. No velocity loss so far for Price. Everything at the top outside corner of the zone. Fourth pitch of the at-bat is a fastball, low and in for a strike. 2-2. Simmons has a 4.3% strikeout rate, the lowest by a qualifying hitter since Tony Gwynn in 1998. That's incredible. The 2-2 is hit for a base hit just past Xander. On the third base side of Bogarts, it's short. Rolls into left. And there is a 1-out single. So that is just the, let's see here, that is just the 5th hit for the Angels tonight. Again, they only have 1 run scored. That was on the solo home run in the 3rd inning to Chris Young. '91st pitch of the evening for Price is a ball in there to catcher Martin Maldonado. 1-0. Maldonado tonight 0 for 2 with the strikeout and the ground out. Pitching line tonight has been horrific for the Angels pitchers. Price's second pitch is high, called for a ball. Starting pitcher Lamb went 1 2/3, 5 runs allowed, 3 earned, walked 2. His ERA is now up to 7.20. And Deck McGuire 2-0 is in there for a strike. 2-1. Deck McGuire came in. He's pitched 3 1/3, 2 hits, but 2 runs, both earned, and walked a batter. He's allowed 2 home runs, 3 home runs for the Red Sox today total. His ERA is up to 5.68. So Simmons at first. And the 2-1 is a ball high. That was one of those pitches that was in the same spot as many strikes called so far today. Price, of his 94 pitches, 56 have been strikes. He has 7 Ks. So Maldonado ready for the 3-1 from Price. There's the pitch, swung at and swung through. Strike 2. That was a 4-seamer in at 92. So full count now. Still 1 out. David Fletcher on deck, followed by Chris Young. And time is called. Maldonado steps back in. 1 out, runner on first. And here's the 3-2. Fouled away. Actually, Moreland, that thing came back in. That blew back in, and Moreland is over there to catch it right at the wall. And that came off the bat. That looked like it was well into the stands. But the wind, as we talked about earlier, is blowing in from center at 12 miles an hour. So it looked like that may have played a role there. Tomorrow night's game is also a 6:10 start Central Time, 7:10 East Coast. First pitch is a called strike to Fletcher. Fletcher is the third baseman. He's 0 for 1 tonight with the walk. Only played in a few games this year. I think this is his 10th game. He's batting .350. Tomorrow night's game will be Andrew Haney for the Angels. The 0-1 is called a ball low. Haney is a left-handed pitcher for the Angels. He's 4-5 with the .343 ERA. For the Red Sox is Rick Porcello. He is 9-3 with a .344 ERA and 94 strikeouts. That'll be tomorrow evening. Here's the 1-1. It is a ball hit to the left-hand side, but looks like it's easily playable for Benintendi. He takes a few steps in, and there is the third out. So through 6, well, through 5.5, David Price has 99 pitches thrown, 7 Ks on the evening, has pitched extremely well tonight. And the Red Sox will be coming to the plate up 7-1. Let's see, let's move this down. So, some big news out of Chicago. Chris Bryant has gone to the disabled list today. He's got shoulder inflammation. Of course, we talked about earlier that Red Sox knuckleballer Stephen Wright has also been put on the 10-day DL with inflammation in that same knee joint that he has been having trouble with the last couple of years. No big changes in the scores. Arizona's up 4-2 now in Miami. Detroit and Oakland's game has tightened up a bit. Detroit is up 7-6 in the top of the 5th. Rangers still 1-0 over the Padres. And still scoreless in Houston with the Blue Jays and the Astros in the middle of the 4th. The Indians-Cardinals game is delayed. They're technically still in the top of the 1st. I'm not sure if they've actually started yet. So earlier today there was some craziness when the benches cleared in Tampa. Looks like Sergio Romo and Michael Taylor had an exchange of words in the top of the 9th after Taylor struck out. Ooh, Romo is barking big time. Anyway, that game was eventually won by Tampa. Actually, I don't know. That may have been the pitch to end the game, so I'm not sure. But Tampa won that game 1-0 over the Nationals. Tampa's been playing well lately. All right, here in the bottom of the 6th, no outs. Mookie Betts stepping in, and the first pitch is low for a ball. That was 92. Mookie, let's see here. Betts has a 2.339 OPS versus the Angels this year. That's incredible. That's the equivalent of getting either a double or a triple every time you walk to the plate, on average. Heath Hembry is now warming. I expect to see him in the top of the 7th. They may let Price come back out. He's only at 99 pitches, but After Mookie, of course, is Benny, then J.D. Martinez. So 2-1 to Betts. The 2-1 is a strike. It's a fastball in the zone. Red Sox currently sitting just half a game back of the Yankees. There is a ball hit by Betts to left field and played by Upton, caught on the track right in front of the scoreboard. Well hit. Well hit. Of course, Mookie with the solo home run to start the game on the very first pitch of the game today. And the defensive attempt to catch that was very reminiscent of the Torrey Hunter upside down catch in the American League Championship Series in 2013, where he went up and over the wall and his legs kicked up. That's all you saw. Basically the same thing today. First pitch to Benintendi is a ball outside. Andrew 1 for 3 today with a double, RBI double. His batting average at .291. The 1-0 is grounded foul. The 1-1 to Benny is another foul to the left-hand side. 44 pitches now for McGuire, the relief pitcher for the Angels. J.D. Martinez on deck. There is a ground ball past the pitcher, but played by the second baseman. Fires over to first, and although it's a bang-bang play, Benny is out. So 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 6th, and J.D. Martinez steps in. The base is empty. Yeah, that Mookie Betts home run, let's see here, that went to right about here, and he went up and over the wall. First pitch to Martinez is inside for a ball. JD with 23 home runs this season, tied for the league lead. That was a changeup in at 87. Second pitch is hit to right field. That looks like it may be in the gap. That's back, and that is gone. J.D. Martinez has hit a home run almost to the exact same spot that Mookie Betts hit his in the first inning. And J.D. Martinez has added another run to today's blowout. This is a blowout at this point. It is 8-1 Red Sox. That is Martinez's 24th home run of the year. That looked like it was a curveball perhaps, or a slider that didn't slide. One way or the other was on the inside half of the plate, and he crushed it to opposite field. That ball, let's see where that ended up. Oh, that was, wow. That was caught by a reliever in the Red Sox bullpen. Just reached his glove up and caught that ball. Wow. Quite a show, the bats. Much power being shown today by the Red Sox. That's their 4th home run of the day. Now Xander Bogaerts steps in. 0-1 count. And the second pitch is fouled to the left-hand side. 0-2. That ball was hit nearly to the same place. But, again, caught. I can't tell who that is out there that caught the ball. But a Red Sox reliever. Didn't give us a close enough view. So 0-2 to Xander. Catcher sets up on the outside, and it is a slider. No, it's a fastball outside. Called the ball. Martinez now. Let's see here. The Red Sox have 37 multi-homer games this year. The Yankees have 38. Xander with 12 of those home runs, his by himself. 1-2 count, and he fouls that one away. So now 52 pitches for McGuire, the relief pitcher for the Angels. And the 1-2 is in the dirt for ball 2. We may see Hembry come in here with an 8-1 lead. Moreland on deck. 2 outs. 2-2 count. Base is empty at Fenway this evening. And here's the 2-2 to Xander Bogaerts. It is a slider, which was a questionable position, called the ball. And Angels reliever McGuire does not like that call. A lot of questionable calls today. So full count to Xander. He is 0 for 2 today, looking for his first hit. Here's the pitch. It is grounded to the left-hand side, foul. Thank you for joining us. If you are watching and you enjoy this, please take a moment to go click the big red subscribe button so that you can join us for Red Sox games and other MLB games. Live stream play-by-play broadcasts all season. My name is Benjamin Edwards from Fan Interference, and you can also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/faninterferenceshow. The 3-2 is a ball hit to the left side. That'll get down for a hit and roll all the way to the wall. Xander is in easily with the stand-up double, and that is a 2-out double. First hit of the game for Bogaerts. Seems like everybody on the Red Sox have gotten hit today. That was looks like a slider that didn't slide on the inside half, and he just inside-outed that thing, and that rolled all the way to the corner. It hit that wall out there and just died, giving him a chance to get around to second. Here comes Scioscia. And that'll be the day for Deck McGuire, relief pitcher for the Angels. Let's see what he ended up with. McGuire ended up 4 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 3 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. But he did allow 3 home runs. But after the starting pitcher, John Lamb, only went an inning and 2/3 and giving up 5 runs, McGuire did a pretty good job. 4 innings for them in the game that quickly got out of hand. So Red Sox have scored in all but 1 inning. They scored 1 in the first, 4 in the second, and then 1 in the 3rd, 5th, and 6th. In fact, the 4th inning was the only inning all day that they haven't. They have 8 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and the Angels have 1 run on 5 hits, 1 error. So looks like it's going to be Akil Morris for the Angels coming in. He is a right-handed pitcher. Let's check him out. Akil Morris has pitched in just 8 games this year. Only 11 innings pitched. He has a 6.17 ERA. No record. He's finished 6 games for the Angels, allowed 14 hits in 11 innings. He has walked 7. He has struck out just 5. And he has given up 3 home runs. So it looks like he is a cleanup guy just to mop this up. If the Red Sox can hang on to this lead, they will move to 53-27. More wins than any other team in baseball. Speaking of that, let's check out the Astros score, and see if there's anything has changed. Yankees still up 6-0. Now it's the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Moreland from Morris is a ball outside. Opponents are batting .298 against Morris this year. Again, just in 8 games, only 11 innings pitched. The 1-0 to Moreland is swung through for strike 1. Seattle has a 3-2 lead over Baltimore. That's in the 8th. And Texas has taken a 2-0 lead over the Padres. That's in the 4th. Toronto and Houston are still scoreless. That is in the top of the 5th. So the 1-1 to Moreland is high for a ball. That's a cutter in there at 92. So runner at second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. The Red Sox running away with this one. Here's the pitch from Morris. That looked like a strike, but that's called a ball. 3-1. Here is the 3-1 pitch from Morris. It is a fastball taken low for a strike. That's at the bottom of the zone, and Moreland is not happy about that at all. So full count now with 2 outs. If Moreland can reach, Nunez would be up next. Here's the pitch. That is a ball hit back up the middle, right to the shortstop, however, behind second, who tosses over to first for the 3rd out. So, Red Sox do add 1 on a J.D. Martinez home run, and they lead it 8-1 now as we head into the top of the 7th. Guys, if you're enjoying this, please take a moment to go click subscribe so that you can join us all year long. My name is Benjamin Edwards from Fan Interference, and make sure that you go and follow us on Facebook as well at facebook.com/faninterferenceshow. So we're heading into the top of the 7th. David Price's day may be over with an 8-1 lead. He was at 99 pitches last time. Heath Hemry was warming up, and I'm going to guess he's going to come in, but we have no confirmation of that yet. Angels will fall to 41 and 39. They are currently in 3rd place in the. Who would have guessed that? You would have thought at least 2nd. But the Mariners have been playing very well recently. And they currently sit in 3rd. The Angels do. Angels just 1 run today on a solo home run from Chris Young, former Red Sox. If that is all for Price, he will have thrown 99 pitches, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts, and that run was on a solo shot. The Red Sox have left 6 on base today. The Angels have also left 6. So, multiple hit games so far. Only Ian Kinsler, he has 2. And then for the Red Sox, Betts has 1 hit. Benintendi has 1 hit. Martinez has 2. Bogarts has a hit. Moreland has a hit. Nunez and Vasquez both have 1 each. Bradley has 2. His batting average is, brace yourselves, his batting average is almost to 200. He's at 196. We may get there today. You never know. Devers, in fact, is the only one without a hit. He's 0 for 3 today, but he has scored a run. And indeed it is Heath Hemry, the big right-hander, delivers his first pitch, and that is fouled back for strike 1. Hemry has played in 32 games this year. He's got a 3-1 record. 3.86 ERA in 32 innings pitched. Opponents are batting just .225 against him. So Chris Young, as we talked about, the only run scored by the Angels today on a solo shot in the third inning. And he is in here with a 1-1 count against Heath Hembree. Chris Young batting just .178 so far. Here's the pitch. That is a ball outside. Check swing. So, Hembree ready with the 2-1. And that is well low outside the zone. Called a strike. Whatever the guy says. At this point, I make no assumptions. I'm just going to tell you what the ump says. That is a 2-2. We're in the top of the seventh with no outs. Heath Hembree is in after a fantastic performance today by David Price. Here's the 2-2, swung on and missed. That's strike three on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, high and up in the zone. And Hembree gets his first strikeout of this relief appearance. His ERA is now at 3.82. Next up will be Michael Hermosillo. He is a right fielder for the Angels. 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. Batting now just 125. First pitch is in there for a strike. Hembree moving quickly now. Second pitch is called a strike. So 0-2 quickly to Hermosillo. That was at 92 miles an hour. And here's the 0-2. That is a ball outside, slider outside. Hembree, one of the more reliable relievers for the Red Sox this year. Played in a ton of games. Next up will be Ian Kinsler, followed by Mike Trout. But here is the 1-2. That is fouled away. Still no score in the Toronto-Houston game. Yankees still with that 6-0 lead. There's the next pitch, and that is popped up in the infield. Playable by Nunez, who makes the catch for the second out. So 2 outs here in the top of the seventh, and in steps Ian Kinsler, the top of the order. Kinsler today is 2 for 3, the only Angel with multiple hits. He has 2 singles. Hembree ready for the first pitch. It is a fastball in at 94 for a strike. The second pitch, the 0-1, is in the dirt for a ball. So 1-1 to Kinsler. 12 pitches now for Hembree. Here's the 1-1 to Kinsler. That is high for a ball. So 2-1. Kinsler batted, with his time in Texas, batted .273. With his time in Detroit, he batted .275. However, from 2015 to 2016, 2 full seasons, he batted .292. The 2-1 is fouled back, 2-2. In that time, batting .292, he had a .345 on-base percentage and 39 home runs. 2 of his finest seasons. He won a Gold Glove the second year and was in the top 25 in voting for the MVP in the first year. He did that at the age of 33 and 34. He's currently 36 and batting just .212 for the Angels. And batting less than that now because that is strike 3. Swung through on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball right on the inner half. And Hembree makes quick work of the Angels, still 8-1 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Kinsler currently has 1,881 hits. He's 36, has been playing in the league since he's 24. He is a 4-time All-Star. He's been in the top 30 in MVP voting 4 times. He was 7th in Rookie of the Year. He has a Gold Glove. And he is, in 2011, he came in 11th in MVP voting. He also has 244 home runs. However, he has never had the highest batting average, .271 for his career. Again, just batting .212 for the Angels this year. So looking at the Angels, Trout, of course, and Andrelton Simmons are the only, listen to this, they're the only players on the team batting over .250. But they're both batting over .300. In fact, Trout's batting .325. Justin Upton has taken a lot of walks, but that's about it. He has a .337 on-base percentage. Nobody else on the team has an on-base percentage any higher than .305. Pujols batting .250. The catcher batting .248. Zach Cozart, who's on the DL, is batting .219. Luis Valbuena, the usual third baseman, is batting .217. Kinsler's batting .212. Cole Calhoun, .164. It's not good times in Anaheim. Their pitching staff, much better. Tyler Skaggs has a .269 ERA. Haney is as 3.43. Garrett Richards 3.42. Jaime Barria batting is a 3.40 ERA, and Ohtani 3.10 in the 9 games he played. But that's what's kept him in it. They've been winning games because of their pitching. So some defensive replacements. And let's see here. Valbuena comes in at third. And Blake Swihart has come in and is down 1-2. And that fourth pitch is a ball outside, so 2-2. Let me see. He came in for Nunez. So Swihart in for Nunez. No outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-2 count to Swihart. And that ball is in the dirt and gets away. That was at 95 miles an hour, right at the feet of Blake Swihart. Brandon Workman warming up for the Red Sox. Swihart either getting some reps or showcasing. That is a ball hit in the gap. That is a base hit that rolls all the way to the right fielder as he heads to right center. And Swihart has a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 7th. Well struck. Still a lot of promise with this kid. Now Devers in with the runner at first. Ball 1 in the dirt. Devers 0 for 3 today, the only Red Sox without a hit. He did reach on an error and score a run. Again, 12 home runs, 40 RBI on the year. Here's the 1-0. High and outside for a ball. 2-0. Swihart, a little bit of a lead off first. I can't imagine he would be going. Here's the 2-0 to Devers. Swung through and missed on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. Looks like Michael Hermosillo has been replaced by Cole Calhoun in right field. The 2-1 is swung on and missed, so 2-2 to Devers. Guys, please follow us on Twitter at Fan Interference. Notice that the I is the number 1. The 2-2 is popped up and out of play. You can also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Fan Interference Show. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. is our weekly sports talk show. We got trivia, we got giveaways, we got all kinds of stuff. You can also follow us on Instagram at Fan Interference. That is a swinging strike from Devers, and he goes down swinging. He is still hitless on the night. That ball was at the bottom of the zone, looked like a big curveball, and there was a big swing right through it. That was, let's see if it shows it. That was a changeup in at 78. That ball by Christian Vasquez hit earlier in the game for the home run. Just his 3rd home run of the year. Very well hit. And he steps back in now with 1 out. Vasquez 1 for 3 with a solo home run, batting .213. 12 RBIs in the season. .253 on base percentage. Of course, one of the better defensive catchers in the league, which is why they're tolerating that low batting average. That ball is skied to left field. Looks like it is going to be off the wall and bounces way back in. He will get to second on a double. And with just 1 out, they hold Swihart at 3rd. No reason to risk it. Actually, Hermosillo was not taken out of the game. He was moved to left. So he was out there, the one playing that. And that was one of those that we talked about earlier. Sometimes it hits the tin out on the monster, and sometimes it hits the concrete. That was one where it hit the concrete behind it and bounced way back. That was skied, and that came, sometimes when you see them off the monster, they'll bounce and come down. This was one of the ones that was sky high and just barely hit and down. And we have another base hit here, and that is a ball hit up the middle. That'll score another run. Jackie Bradley has his 3rd hit of the game with a ball hit right past the pitcher and right up the middle. This is his 4th 3-hit game of the season. And that moves the runner over to 3rd as well. So Vasquez to 3rd. Swihart scores, and Jackie's at first. So runners at the corner, and the Red Sox have a 9-1 lead. They just keep adding on. Now in steps the very dangerous Mookie Betts, and the first pitch is inside for a slider, ball 1. 1 for 2 today with 2 walks and 2 runs scored. The 0-1 is popped up. Shortstop going out, left fielder coming in, some confusion, but finally caught by the left fielder. And now there are 2 outs. Mookie regretted swinging at that one immediately, you could tell. Trout, by the way, the best player in baseball, is 1 for 3 today. So, in for Andrew Benintendi is Zhu Lin. He'll be pinch hitting. He's batting just 167 this year. All the replacements coming in now. Benintendi's day is done. I'm sure there'll be some moving around, though. They'll probably move Zhu into the infield. So 2 outs, runners at the corner, and the first pitch is an 80-mile-an-hour cutter in the dirt for ball 1. The second pitch is high for a ball, ball 2. It was a slider in at 78. Zhu Lin did pretty well last year for the Red Sox when he came up and played a utility role in the middle infield. Next pitch is in for a strike, 2-1. However, he has not done very well this year. He's batting just 167 in 40 plate appearances, only 6 hits. The 2-1 is also in for a strike. That's 2-2. So 2 outs, 2-2 count. Runners at the corner as the Red Sox winning 9-1, blowing out the Angels. Mookie Betts having a fantastic day, and David Price with a superb pitching performance. The 2-2 is fouled to the left-hand side by Lin. Zhu Lin, 6 hits this year, 2 doubles though. Just 1 RBI. He's walked 4 times and struck out 9 in 40 at-bats. 167. Looks like the Yankees are going to win today. They're up 6-0 in the 9th. Lin swings through strike 3, and that will end the Red Sox 7th. So, to the top of the 8th we go. 6 outs to go for the Red Sox. Guys, follow us on Instagram at Fan Interference. You can also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Fan Interference Show. My name is Benjamin Edwards from Fan Interference. You can check out tomorrow night's show. Every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, we have our weekly sports talk show. We do trivia and giveaways and all kinds of fun bits. So check that out tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. So to the top of the 8th we go. Mike Trout will be leading off. He is 1 for 3 today. He has 23 home runs. Came in tied with J.D. Martinez, but Martinez got his 24th tonight. One of the 5 Red Sox home runs. It looks like Hembree may go back out. Let's see here. Yep, Hembree versus Trout coming up. So Zhu Lin will stay in as the second baseman. So it looks like Eduardo Nunez's day is done. And of course they'll have to put somebody out in left field. We'll see if they just move some people around. So tomorrow night, also a 6:10 Central start time for the Red Sox Angels. Rick Porcello going for the Sox. Beautiful night at Fenway. 78 degrees at game time. But there is a 12-mile-an-hour wind going out to center. Looks like Brock Holt will be replacing Mitch Moreland at first. And Swihart, who was brought in as a pinch hitter, will move to left field. So Cora with some defensive moves in this blowout. Again, Holt to first. And, Brandon Workman will be on. And Workman's first pitch to Trout is inside for ball 1. This is the third or fourth appearance for Workman this year. Played a big role, played a significant role in the 2013 World Series team, when he came on late to eat some innings, and then also he played in the postseason, played in a couple games in the postseason in the World Series that year. Trout fouls off the second pitch, so it's 1-1. Trout again today, 1 for 3, batting .324. And Workman delivers. It is fouled back for strike 2. That was a fastball in at 92. Trout with an OPS of 1.113. Always at the top of the stats. Workman ready. Here's the 1-2. It is, call the ball. At the top of the zone. Could have gone either way. So 2-2. Looks like nobody, not one player on either team is happy with the umpire today. So here's the 2-2 from Workman to Trout. It is skied high. That might be playable for the catcher. Looks like it's out. Vasquez with a big game today. Low batting average, big game. So Wednesday and Thursday nights against the Angels, and then a weekend series at Yankee Stadium. Here's the 2-2. Swung through and struck out. Mike Trout has struck out. Whew. Brandon Workman strikes out Mike Trout for the first out in the top of the 8th. That was a fastball high at the top of the zone. 94 miles an hour, and just blew it past him. So Trout will most likely end the day 1 for 4. Here's Cole Calhoun, defensive replacement, his first at bat. He came in for Justin Upton and left. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, knuckle curve at 82. Here's the 0-1. That's high for a ball. So Pujols on deck. 1-1 count with 1 out here in the inning. Here's the pitch from Workman. It is a big sweeping curve on the outside. That's actually a knuckle curve that hits the black on the outside. So 1-2 now. Here is the 1-2. That is fouled away. 10 pitches now for Workman. Now here's the 1-2. That is high for ball 2. So 2-2 on Calhoun. 1 out in the top of the 8th. Red Sox just 5 outs away from their 53rd victory of the year. The last 2 years, the Red Sox have won 93 games each year and have won the division. The fifth pitch is in the dirt, so it's a full count, 3-2. So 93 wins has won them the division. And here we are in late June, and the Red Sox have, if this holds up, 53 wins. And yet they're not in first place. Here's a ball hit well to center, but Jackie is there for the second out. That was a ball where Jackie had to go to his left, to right center. Looked good off the bat, but Jackie's there for the play. So 2 outs. And in steps Albert Pujols. First pitch is called strike. That's a cutter right down the middle, 87 miles an hour. Albert today is 0 for 3. He struck out in his last at-bat. Here's the 0-1 to Pujols. It is hit to right field. That's well hit. Jackie on the horse and is able to get there for the out. So 3 outs. Just a long out. That was on the track. Well hit by Pujols. But that will end the top of the 8th. Red Sox blowing them out 9-1. At the bottom of this inning will be J.D. Martinez, Xander Bogaerts, and for the first time, Brock Holt. Holt is having quite the season. He seems like if given a starting role, he struggles. If given the we'll play you wherever we need you, whenever we need you, he excels. He always has. So far this year, Brock Holt, the 30-year-old, has played in 46 games. He has a batting average of .294 with a .372 on-base percentage. One of the better hitters on the team. He only has 1 home run. He has 11 doubles and a triple. And he's stolen 3 bases. He's also taken 16 walks. That's why that on-base percentage is so high, .372. He is a very valuable tool. And I don't see the Red Sox dispensing with that anytime soon. He has always seemed to be that way. He has been playing for the Red Sox now. This is his 6th season. And in all of those years, he's only played in 489 games. His career batting average with the Red Sox is .266. Most of that due to a bad 2017. But in 2013, when we won the World Series, when the Red Sox won the World Series, he was just coming up. But by 2014, he was playing most games. And in those 2 years, 14 and 15, he batted .281 and .280. This year he's batting .294. He was an all-star in 2015. In fact, I think he may have been our only all-star in 2015. So J.D. Martinez comes in to start the bottom of the 8th. Red Sox winning 9-1. The first pitch is drilled to right center. That is back. It looks playable, though. Oh, just a few feet shy of the 420 sign in the triangle. Well hit. If that would have been hit 15 feet to the right, that would have been a second home run of the day. You can't hit that any farther in Fenway Park. Triangle is like this, and he caught that ball right there. I need some kind of diagram. I need to be able to say, here's where. Well, here, look. I'll show you. He hit it right here in triangle. Okay, so Xander's up. 1-0 count. Quickly 1 out in this inning. I'm sure both teams are ready to head back to the hotel. Justin Haley is warming up for the Red Sox. We may see him in the 9th. He was brought up today as Stephen Wright went on the DL. He took his spot. Haley's been up a couple times this year. So the 1-1 to Xander is in the dirt, 2-1. Xander today 1 for 3. Batting .279 now. 12 home runs. The next pitch is fouled back, so 2-2. Houston has taken a 2-0 lead in the top of the 7th over the Blue Jays. And the Yankees are a final. 6-0. Severino, the first to 12 victories. 7 scoreless innings, 9 Ks for Severino. It's a good pitcher. That's beating Arrieta. In Boston, other finals today. The Rays hosting the Nationals after a bit of a ruckus at the end of the game between the two teams, which saw the benches clearing. Oh, here's a ball hit to the right-hand side. That's a fair ball. Xander is rounding second on his way to third. He'll stop there. And Brock Holt's into second with a double that was hit down the right field line. It's his 12th double of the season. That looked like a fastball low and in, and he went down and got it. And that went right down the first base side. First baseman dove to his left and was unable to get it. And Brock, with a little bit of speed, able to turn that into a double. So runner at second and third with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. And in steps Blake Swihart, who takes strike 1. Swihart 1 for 1 tonight with a single and a run scored. Batting .240 on the year. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt, and the ball gets away, and it looks like the runner will come home, and he will be tagged out. Tagged out at home. Xander trying to get the 10th run of the night. The runner moves to third. They're going to look at this. Cora waiting to see whether or not they're going to look. That was definitely a play at the plate. Maldonado looks a bit shaken up, the catcher for the Angels. Out come the trainers. That ball got by, but hit the padding directly behind the catcher, who was able to field it off that big bounce. And it definitely looks like he was out at home. It hit the padding and bounced right back, so the catcher only had to move back about 3 feet. Definitely a good move by Xander to try to score the run, because it didn't look like he was going to be able to make that play. And he was able to dive back to the front of the plate and tag Xander on the shoe as he slid in. Very close play, but definitely out at the plate. So Swihart with a 1-1 count. Runner now on third. And now 2 outs. The 1-1 is bounced to the right-hand side. That was flied to right field, and that was caught for the 3rd out. Looked like a bounce when it came off the bat. So that'll do it for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 8th. We will head to the top of the 9th inning. Let's see who's coming up for the Angels. Again, some breaking news this evening. Chris Bryant is on the DL. So the Cubs finally starting to get back into contention, and then that happens. So in the top of the ninth, we will see the heart of the order for the Angels: Kinsler, Trout, and Calhoun. This has been a laugher for the Red Sox. 5 home runs on the day. Let's see who got in that. Maybe there was 4. Was there 4? Let's see. Betts led off the game with a solo shot. Betts has his 20th. Bradley Jr. has his 5th. Vasquez has his 3rd. And JD Martinez has his 24th. So 4 home runs so far. 14 hits for the Red Sox. Just 5 for the Angels. So it looks like, I'm trying to see who's going to be coming up here. They may have a pinch hitter going. That might be the day for Kinsler and possibly for Trout. Looks like Valbuena is going to be coming up. Yes, Haley will take the mound to finish the 9th. And it looks like at third base will be Luis Valbuena. He'll be the hitter here. Not sure why it showed those other names. Looks like it's going to be Valbuena, Maldonado. Let's see. Can't tell if they've made any replacements at this point. Regardless, 3 outs to go for the Red Sox. We're in the top of the 9th at Fenway. Red Sox lead it 9-1. And Justin Haley, who was up, I think, for the 3rd time this year from AAA, delivers strike 1. 90-mile-an-hour fastball on the inner half. Haley is in 12 starts with Pawtucket, the AAA affiliate, is 4-6 with the 3.06 ERA. The 0-1 to Valbuena is high for a ball. Valbuena, the regular starting third baseman, batting just .217 but has 9 home runs for the Angels. Here's the 1-1. It is swung on and missed. 91-mile-an-hour fastball. It was high in the zone, but in the center. 1-2. There's the pitch, 1-2 pitch, and looks like it's foul back. So a 1-2 count here from Haley to Valbuena. And Alex Cora and company are just a couple outs away, a few outs away from their 53rd victory of the year. The 1-2 is fouled back. Haley wearing the number 65. Again, called up today when Stephen Wright, the Red Sox knuckleballer, went on the 10-day DL. The only run for the Angels is a 3rd inning solo home run by Chris Young. Here's the 1-2. That is fouled away. Everything up in the zone so far. Miss that bat. Haley ready for the 1-2. There's the pitch, and that is a ball high hit to right field. Mookie is under it. Didn't even have to move that much. So there is the first out of the inning. Jackie Bradley with quite a day. 3 hits on the day for the center fielder. He has these days, and you think, you got to keep this guy. Between his defense, his great attitude, and the ability to have days like today, and then you look at his batting average, and you realize that even with these 3 hits, he's batting 196. So in steps catcher Martin Maldonado, 0 for 3 today. He fouled out in his last at-bat. Quickly 1-0. Here is the 1-0. That is grounded back to the pitcher, fielded by the catcher, who picks it and turns and fires to Brock Holt at first for the second out. And the Red Sox are just 1 out away from their 53rd victory. All of this comes down to the pitching performances of the day. David Price, 6 innings pitched, 7 Ks, only 1 earned run on that solo shot. However, John Lamb for the Angels, just 1 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 5 runs. He had a very short leash today. So here's the first pitch to David Fletcher, who has, I see now, he has been moved from third to short. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk. And Fletcher takes ball 1. Low and outside. 11th pitch is outside for ball 2. So 2-0 to Fletcher. Red Sox looking to get the final out of the game. And that is fouled back. "12 pitches so far for Haley. And here is the 2-1 to Haley, or to Fletcher, as a ball in the dirt, 3-1. So 2 outs here at Fenway on this Tuesday night. Red Sox looking for their 53rd victory. There is a ball that's popped up. That is hit to second base and caught by Lynn, and that is it. The Red Sox win this game 1 of this 3-game series against the Angels. Final score from Fenway, 9-1. Red Sox 9 runs on 14 hits, no errors. Angels just 1 hit on 5 hits and 1 error. That'll do it from Fenway. Tomorrow night, 6:10 start. Rick Porcello going for the Red Sox. Also, don't forget that this weekend we have a Friday, Saturday, Sunday weekend series at Yankee Stadium. 2 of those, Saturday and Sunday, will be on national television. So, if you have enjoyed watching tonight, please make sure to click the big red subscribe button and tell anybody that you know that may like this that we're an option for their games, and to go click subscribe themselves. Also, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Fan Interference Show. And don't forget, tomorrow night at 8 is the weekly Fan Interference talk show. That is 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Lasts for about 2 hours. And we will see you there. My name is Benjamin Edwards for Fan Interference, signing off.